let's talk about what's happening right now. The fur industry is fighting back, and they're using every tool in the book. Just last week, the New York Times ran an article about the rise of vintage fur, and it's clear this isn't just some niche trend. This is a deliberate effort by the fur industry to claw its way back into the mainstream by trying to reframe the conversation around fur. We've seen this before. In the 2000s, after Vogue promoted fur in their iconic September issue, we saw a huge resurgence in the fur industry, which until then had been experiencing a similar low point to what we're seeing today. Now they're doing it again, investing in trace programs and pushing the narrative that vintage fur is sustainable and ethical. And don't be fooled. These tactics are all part of a calculated plan to sanitize the image of fur and make it seem more acceptable to the public. The truth is, the fur industry has been shrinking for years. According to the Fur Free Alliance, global fur production is down 85% in the last decade. In 2023, roughly 20 million animals were killed for the fur trade, down from 140 million in 2014. The number of fur farms in the European Union has plummeted from 4,350 in 2018 to 1,088 in 2023. This is a massive drop, and it's a sign that our efforts have been working. Now is time to deliver the death blow, not to take our eyes off the ball. The hard truth is the fur industry has bounced back before, and we don't want to be fighting for the rest of our lives. Every single day that passes is another day the fur industry has time to recover after the all-time low they've experienced due to massive disruptions to their supply chains and decreased demand during COVID-19. Small, decentralized groups pounced on that moment, securing fur-free policies from massive million-dollar companies like Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Yves Saint Laurent, Montclair, and so many more. We proved that when we fight together, stay focused, and choose our targets thoughtfully, we can take down some of the biggest names in fashion. But if we don't keep the pressure on, they'll come back stronger and solidify their relevance with the next generation. That's why we need to act now while we still have the momentum. Last year, we took down several major players: Alexander Wang, Max Mara, and Marc Jacobs. We did it because we stayed relentless. We targeted them one by one using creativity, relentless pressure, and lots of research. The resurgence of fur in publications like the New York Times and Vogue, in celebrity galas, and in fashion shows is their attempt to build resiliency and ride out the gains we have made against them. This year, we have decided to take on our biggest campaign yet. Vogue magazine and their parent company, Condé Nast. A fur-free policy from Vogue would change the landscape in a way that would make a comeback nearly impossible for the fur industry. This is the moment we need to focus everything we have on them, and we need every single person in this. We have picked all the low-hanging fruit, and we have won all the easy campaigns. Now we are facing the end of an industry, and they are not going down without a fight. So ask yourself, do you want to be fighting this fight for another 50 years? Or do you want to help us drive the final nail into the fur industry while we still have a chance to finish them off for good? Now is the time. Let's finish what we started. DM us to join our group chats and to get your city involved, or learn more at abolishfur.org.